Hello, this is Mr. Molo for lesson Solving Linear Inequalities. Alright, so this lesson is going to be kind of a combination of some things we've done before. There's going to be one small difference, and you'll see what that is here in a second. So remember, a linear inequality, it's pretty much the same thing as a linear equation, except it has these signs here, the less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to signs, instead of an equal sign. And then solution of a linear equality, anything that makes that linear inequality true. And then we need to know what a half plane is. So kind of, like a coordinate plane, the half plane is all the points of the solution that are true. Okay, so here's a better example. So you'll see here, when I have something that is less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, has that equal to sign. When I graph this, I'm going to have a solid line there. Okay, and when you see I have something less than or greater than or equal to, you'll see I have a dotted line there. And then you'll see the what we were talking about before with this half plane. Okay, when the inequality is written as y is greater than or y is greater than or equal to, you need to color shade the points above the line. When you have something that says y is less than or equal to, you shade the points below the line. So pretty much graphing the lines and then doing some coloring. Otherwise, it's pretty much exactly the same as what we did before when we shaded lines, or when we graphed lines. Okay, these first couple problems are just going to ask us, is 3 and 4 a solution to this problem? Okay, so yes or no, is 3 and 4 a solution? Okay, remember that 3 is going to be my x and 4 is going to be my y. Okay, so instead of saying y is greater than, I'm going to say 4 is greater than, and then I have x is 3 plus 2. And I just have to say yes or no, is this true? So 3 plus 2 is 5, 4 is greater than 5. Is that true or is that false? And it would be false. So this one is going to be a no. It is not true. So you can just write no. First couple problems on the homework will be exactly like that. You are just saying yes or no, it is true or it is not true. Okay. Second part of the homework is going to be graphing lines. Okay, so remember they have to say y equals. So on this problem like this, I'm going to add x to both sides, and I'm going to add x to this side. So I end up with a problem that says y is less than or equal to, let's put the 1x there so we save that for later, plus 3. Okay, so I need to graph this now. Remember, it says plus 3, so I'm going to put a dot at plus 3, at up 3. If you remember, so there's my plus 3, that's why I put a dot there. Remember, this is my y-intercept, that's where I always start graphing. And if you remember from last time, my slope is always this number next to x, and it always has to be a fraction. So a fraction of 1 is 1 over 1. So that means I'm going to go up 1 because it's a positive 1, and right 1 because it's a positive 1. So up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. So then now my graph will look like this. It's going to be a whole line like that, like we talked about, because it's the equal to. Okay, and then it is less than, so I need to color everything below that line. So that means everything below this line will get shaded in. And that means everything below this line, whoops, that went above the line. Everything below that line would be an answer for this problem. So I can pick any point I want below the line, plug it in for y, plug it in for x, and it's going to be an answer. Okay, the other part of homework that you'll have to do is writing them in the equation. So now it gives you the graph, and you have to write it. Okay, so we're always going to start with y. Now looking at it, I'm shading above the line, so I know it's going to be a greater than. And since it's a whole line, I know it's going to be greater than or equal to. So greater than or equal to. Okay. Now let's find my slope. So my slope, it looks like I'm going up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. So my slope is going to be a positive 1. And it looks like I started down here at negative 2. So I have a dot right here at negative 2. I went up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1, up 1, right 1. So my answer would then be, now going backwards, y is greater than 1x minus 2. Homework is split up pretty evenly. I think you have 3 problems of each of these. So only 9 problems for homework for this lesson.